So why would you want a roll-out wheel, or chuck spinner, Canadians sometimes refer to them as? It's a handy tool for all kinds of things. Primarily it's for welding pipe. You can level up, you can spin this around on a bearing. It's a lathe chuck on a bearing. And then you can get your 2-hole pins in your flange, and then you tighten the brake. Set your levelness this way. And that's your tilt, and there's your brake. So once you get that set, then you level your pipe up, tack the top and bottom, roll it 90 degrees, double check, tack the top and bottom. Now everything's square, true to the world, perfectly true and level. Your 2-hole pins on the other end, get everything lined up. It's a handy tool. You can just adjust here or there. Even when it's heavy, this has got an oilite thrust bearing on there, and they work very, very well. Even with heavier stuff on there, you're able to adjust it still easily. So once you have it set, then you just rest your forearm here and you weld with this hand. Then you just relax, and you can stack way more metal in there, way faster. Bigger rod, more heat. You're not getting burned up. You're more comfortable. You're not as fatigued. A lot more weld inches per day. So anyway, why would you want one of these roll-out wheels from Off the Hook Design and Fab? This is my standard roll-out wheel. Sold hundreds of these. They work very, very well. The thing is, they're all laser cut on a CNC. So all the parts are very precise. They're all the same. And when you tighten the brake, it's not, a lot of them, you know, if you use a bolt for a brake or some other means, it has a little play in it and wants to roll that bubble off on your level when you tighten it. These don't move. So they work very well. They also run very, very true. So they spin. And you find a lot of things you can use these for besides just welding pipe. Say you have this pipe is cut a little bit maybe out of true. The other advantage of these you don't need any tools. You don't have to put a wrench on anything or a ratchet or mess around. You know, it's speed. You know, pipe welding takes a long time. You know, anything you can do to make it faster helps maybe keep a job. Oil companies can't afford to pay guys to position weld everything and be inefficient, so they shut down the construction. That's what happens. So faster you can be at it, the more chance you have of being able to do that project if it's affordable to the end user. It's got to make sense. If it costs $5 million to do something that should cost $1 million, you know, the bean counters in the big ivory tower are going to shut that project down. So you want to be as fast as you can. You want to do a good job. This tool will help you do both. So this right here, say this is a little out of true, you can just spin it like this and see if it's true. And then you can grind it up, clean it up, get it straight, and give it a spin and see how it looks. So that's one use. You can also stick square tube in there. Got that rough, nasty factory end. You can clean that up. You can drill holes in there. So you got a hole there, you can lay it out and drill it. It's just convenient. I mean, you can work on that side, flip it around, work on that side. Everything is just so handy. I don't even use my vise anymore. I mean, I use this. This is my first go-to vise for everything. Say you got a shaft or something, maybe a little bit bent, or this has a little bit of a burr on it. Stick it in there, spin it, hit it with a grinder. Well, it's turning, boom, instant chamfer that's perfect. Or you can put a long shaft that's bent, and you can see if it's going up and down. You can straighten it out, check it in there. Another use for this, plate. A lot of guys don't think of using plate in a rollout wheel. I do it all the time. Stick a piece of plate in there. So you just cut this with a torque, and you do a little cleanup on it. You can grind around this side, then flip it over and grind this side. Everything is just so convenient. You can put it in virtually any position you want. You could tilt it back, lay it down, whatever you want. Also, carbide burr on the holes. You can line them up where that's nice and convenient. Try to keep them carbide burr slivers out of your gloves and your feet. And get it at the right angle. That helps a little bit. Plus you can see what you're doing a lot better. So you can also make a work table out of it. You got a big, nice, fancy truck. You don't want to have a good place to grind and get spatter all over it. You can stick this out here. Got these clamps. You don't have to adjust. These are awesome. Watch this. Boom. Clamp there. Twice the thickness. Clamp there. See me adjust that? Nope. It's automatically adjusting. Those are handy. I can tell you where to get them. So any thickness. So you could clamp this piece of plate in here, and then you could put a piece of plate out here, go to grinding and cleaning your holes up on this plate. You can work on the other side, just flip it over, tighten the brake, grind on that. Just so handy, convenient. So you can put plate in there, hold stuff, tube, pipe, whatever. You can also, say you have, let's say we're going to weld this 90 on here like this. We're going to stick this in our rollout wheel. Put that up, we're going to weld it out. Done. Now we need to weld the other side. Maybe we've got a riser here. We got to come up about 18 inches or so, and we need another 90 on this end. How are we going to do that in the rollout? I make these laser cut. I sell them. Slotted plates like this. Several ways of doing it. This is what I prefer myself. It's just handy. It works really well. So now, once we have our first 90 welded on, we can't just chuck the 90 up in the rollout wheel. We certainly could put it in there, throw a chain clamp around them, grab a chain clamp real quick. Now I just throw a chain clamp around that. Now we're rolling out this side, so we can put our 90 on here and roll the other side. I'd also clamp T's in here, all kinds of stuff. Going this way with a flange up here, roll it all out. Sometimes it gets a little heavy on one side, maybe you got a pup here and a flange there. So then you come in, you throw a flange, I bolt a flange up on there. You always got flanges on location, right? Chain clamp that. Adjustable counterweight. And just let it hang till it's all the weight's down. You stick the counterweight straight up. Chain clamp it. Come off to the side. Adjust your weight till it balances. Now you're rolling out everything. Not getting burned up. Way faster. You can run 3/16 on 2-inch and make it look good. Pass X-ray all day long. So that's the rollout wheel from Off the Hook Design and Fab. Laser cut. The brake doesn't move your rollout wheel when you tighten it. It's comfortable, ergonomic. It's the handiest vise you'll ever have in your life. You'll wonder how you ever lived without one. Very handy tool.